English Compulsory Inter Part 1 2019 Group 2 Objective Type MCQs. Choose the correct option and meaning to the underlined words. Number 1. Her hair is disheveled. Disheveled is underlined, combed, arranged, untidy, set. Untidy is answer. Number 2. Shoveling white steam over her shoulder. Shoveling is underlined, throwing, paying, moving, walking. Moving is answer. Number 3. The locusts were crawling everywhere. Crawling is underlined, running, flying, sitting, creeping. Creeping is answer. Number 4. Miss America, I presume. Presume is underlined, guess, call, dream, wish. Guess is answer. Number 5. Mr. Hubert was a peasant. Peasant is underlined, master, farmer, barber, driver. Farmer is answer. Number 6. The slave created inconvenience for others. Inconvenience is underlined, calm, comfort, gap, trouble. Trouble is answer. Number 7. Mr. Steward's tone had been offensive. Offensive is underlined, low, impressive, annoying, humorous. Annoying is answer. Number 8. The traveler was from antique land. Antique is underlined, ancient, beautiful, village, far. Ancient is answer. Number 9. There is an eligible bachelor in the town. Eligible is underlined, tall, handsome, suitable, short. Suitable is answer. Number 10. The girl shrieked hysterically. Shrieked is underlined, screamed, ran, looked, sang. Screamed is answer. Choose the correct answer and fill up the gaps. Number 11. No one can account Dalla's dash. Feelings, love, hair, jewels. Feelings is underlined. Number 12. The girl was coming from dash. The party, tour, a hill station, a station. The party is answer. Number 13. The land was fenced by dash. The son, the mother, the old man, the brother of the old man. The old man is answer. Number 14. General Powers was thinking about dash. His promotion, security of country, arrest of Creton, murder of visitor. His promotion is answer. Number 15. The slave had never experienced any dash. Player, calamity, rule, war. Calamity is answer. Choose the correct form of verb. Number 16. He dashed out 5 minutes ago. Goes, went, has gone, had gone. Went is answer. Number 17. I dash tea every morning. Takes, have taken, had taken, take. Take is answer. Number 18. It dashed before I came out. Rain, has rained, had rained, rains. Had rained is answer. Number 19. Work hard lest you dash. Should fail, will fail, can fail. Should fail is answer. Number 20. Would that they dash our neighbors. Had, are, were, have been. Were is answer. 2019 Group 2 Subjective Type Section 1 Question number 2. Answer in 3 to 5 lines the following any 6 questions from Book 1 Short Stories. Question number 1. Why did Arthur disagree with his wife? Arthur was an honest man, morally strong, so for this he disagreed with his wife in killing someone for money. Question number 2. Why did George give the pocketbook to his employer? George was not an educated man. He did not know how to read and write. As such, he could not read the name of the owner of the pocketbook. That is why he gave it to his employer. Question number 3. What is the dream of Martin Luther King? His dream is that one day his nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of his creed. All black and white people will have equal rights and will be judged on merit, not on the color of skin. Question number 4. Where did the old man take his son? The old man took his son to the mountain top. There he had planted the land for the first time. He had grown vegetables there. He called it a clearing in the sky. Question number 5. Why did Della sell her hair? Della wanted to give Jim a Christmas gift. She had only $1.87. She could not buy any suitable thing out of this money, so she sold her hair to get money. Question number 6. Describe Maulvi Abul's appearance. He had slightly bulging eyes. He always wore a brown turban and used fragrant oil for his hair. Question number 7. Why did people come out on the mole? As the evening advanced, the cold became more intense. It was that induced people to seek comfort in pleasure. Therefore, they came out on mole to amuse themselves. Question number 8. How did the boy look physically? The boy looked 14 or 15. He was wearing tennis shoes and blue jeans. He seemed to be weak and willow wild. His face also seemed to be dusty. Question number 9. What does Jerome K. Jerome like about Christmas? Jerome K. Jerome likes the spirit of generosity about Christmas. Everyone quite suddenly becomes pious. Christmas makes everybody good. Question number 3. Answer in 3 to 5 lines any 5 of the following questions from Book 3 1 Act Plays. Question number 1. Why did the girl leave her car? The girl had to leave her car on the road because she had run out of gas. Question number 2. Why did the girl not become suspicious of the first man as the play progresses? The girl did not become suspicious of first man at all. She had rather trust in him because she preferred to stay with him. Question number 3. Describe the scene of the play Street Lightning. When the curtain rises, the stage is bare. Then a man enters from the men's room. He is a pleasant looking man of about 35. He takes off his hat and shakes the water from it. Question number 4. What is the purpose of Cretone's visit? The purpose of Cretone's visit to the earth is merely a pleasure trip. He is also interested in the study of the civilization of man. He claims to have come to take the charge of whole world. Question number 5. Who is Ellen? She is daughter of Roger Spelding. She is an intelligent and corrects his father whenever he misquotes something. She is in love with a young boy, John. Ellen is not materialistic. Overall, she is a very pleasant, ambitious, and modern girl. Question number 6. What does Clay believe in the oyster? How much is its worth? Clay believes that there is a big pearl in the oyster that is worth around $300. Question number 7. What is Harry's philosophy? Harry's philosophy is a way to live, and that is take it easy way. Question number 8. Which things were placed in Harry's shop? In Harry's shop, on the walls, on shelves, are many odds and ends, some apparently washed up by the sea, which is a block down the street, abalone and other shells, rocks, piece of driftwood, a life jacket, rope, and sea plants. Question number 4. Answer in 3 to 5 lines any 4 of the following questions from book 3 points. Question number 1. What will happen after the rain stops? The poet says that when the rain stops, the sun will appear again and shine brightly. Also, the wonderful light will sparkle each drop of rain. Question number 2. How does cherry add to glory of Easter? According to poet, cherry trees all covered with white flowers. He says that it is wearing white dress to celebrate the arrival of Easter. Easter is a religious festival and their religious color is white. Question number 3. What was the condition of a statue in the poem Ozymandias? The condition of statue was not good. Its two vast and trunkless legs of stone were standing in the desert. Near them, half-sunk, shattered visage was lying on the sand. Question number 4. Why is Mother Sparrow buried in the poem The Feed? The mother sparrow has only one grain to feed the 10 young ones. She requires careful management. Question number 5. Why does a person feel helpless on death of a friend? No one can avoid death. When it comes, it takes away its victim. But the death of a friend is very pain-giving incident. Finding no solution to avoid it, a person feels helpless on death of a friend. Question number 6. How do attributes of God help in refining our character? God's attributes make a believer accountable to God. He tries his best to do good and to resist evil in order to please Allah Almighty. This belief is reflected in his thoughts and practices, which makes him a decent person. Section 2, question number 5. Write a letter to your younger brother and advise him about his studies. Examination hall, city, A.B.C. January 3, 2019. Dear Nadeem, I received your letter the day before. I am glad you are paying due attention to your studies. I hope that your stay at Government College Sahiwal will be highly rewarding. Since you are so close to my heart, I would like to share some of my experiences of college life with you. Make it a habit to be punctual in attending your classes. One missed session will put an extra pressure on you. If you keep on missing your sessions frequently, you will never be able to make up for the academic loss. I want you to work hard without being a bookworm. Spare some time for co-curricular activities such as debates, sports, and quiz competitions. During class sessions, never hesitate to ask questions. Your teachers will be ready to answer your queries. This will also help you to develop your spoken skill. Besides, don't cram the material. Try to understand the concepts and develop your reading and writing skills. Last but not the least, try to enjoy your academic work. This will significantly enhance the quality of your learning. Yours affectionately, X.Y.Z. Or write an application to the principal of your college for scholarship. The principal, Government College, city, A.B.C. Subject, colon, Request for scholarship. Respected sir, comma, it is stated respectfully that I am a student of intermediate part 1 in your institution. I am a position holder of my class and also very fond of studying. Besides studies, I also participate in different extracurricular and co-curricular activities held in college. I have also represented my college at different levels as a debater and a college player. My parents have always supported me in all such activities, but during the last month, a terrible accident happened to my father in which he got his legs broken. Resultantly, he is not in a condition to continue his job. By losing the sole breadwinner of the family, we are facing dire difficulties these days. We are trying to save each and every penny for our father's surgery. As a result of this mishap, my father is unable to deposit my college dues. I do not want to quit my studies because my future depends on it. My father also does not want it happen, but he is helpless. I hope you will not let a bright student leave his studies under financial pressure. Kindly grant me some financial assistance so that I may continue my studies with a free mind. Thank you in advance. Yours obediently, comma, x dot y dot z dot, dated colon April 15, comma 2019. Question number 6. Write a story on the moral lesson a stitch in time saves nine or kindness never goes unrewarded. A stitch in time saves nine. Sometimes we find it difficult to mend things well in time because we think that it will waste time. But the fact is that it saves time. The story of a merchant and his horse is a solid proof of this fact. Had he set the shoe of his horse right in time, he would not have met such a sad end. Once upon a time, there was a merchant. He often went to the nearby town to sell his goods. One day, he went to that town as usual. He visited the market and spent his whole day in selling his articles. He had earned a lot of money, but at the same time, he had got late as well. He was a bit worried because he had to go through a thick forest. He wanted to cross it before it was dark. He carried the bag of gold coins on his back and rode his horse. He felt that the horse had some problem with one of its legs. He got down to inspect it. He found that a nail in the shoe was missing. It needed repair, but he also wanted to save time, so he mounted the horse again and rushed towards his home. He could not stop as the sun was going down and the night was approaching. He had covered a little distance that another nail came off. The merchant took no serious notice of it. He wanted to save his time. The speed of horse began to slow down. Meanwhile, the third nail also came off. Now the horse started limping, but still the merchant continued. The sun had set and it had started getting dark. The merchant had reached the forest, but yet he had a long way to go. This was the dangerous part of his journey. The shoe was finally detached from the hoof of the horse. It was a matter of deep concern, but the faithful animal was still continuing. Suddenly, the merchant heard some unusual sound. His blood froze in his veins when he saw a group of robbers around him. The sharp blades of their swords flashed in the dark lightning. The leader of the gang shouted, "Surrender everything, or be prepared for your death." The merchant unwillingly gave them his bag. The robbers were pleased to get this much money. Soon they disappeared in the dark. The merchant was in a bad condition. After great difficulty, he reached his home quite penniless. From this experience, he had learnt a lesson. Moral: a stitch in time saves nine. Second story is Kindness Never Goes Unrewarded. It is in paper 2016 group 1 video. You can listen from there. Question number 7. Explain the following lines with reference to the context. I hear leaves drinking rain. I hear rich leaves on top, giving the poor beneath, drop after drop. Reference: these lines have been taken from The Rain, written by W. H. Davies. Context: this stanza can be placed in the context of the type of weather one experiences in United Kingdom, where fog, rain and cloudy sky is the normal spectacle. Such an atmosphere is disliked by everyone, especially by the poor ones. Explanation: the poet sees the leaves of the trees as living beings. Like human beings and animals, the leaves are drinking water. As they are sipping the water, the poet can hear the typical sound. The poet also sees fresher and greener leaves as they are saturated with water. The water on the leaves falls down drop by drop. This creates musical sound which is so pleasant to hear. This may be a lovely setting for some people, but not for the poor ones. In such weather, they cannot earn their bread. They suffer as they have no proper clothing and shelter for them. Part B. Punctuate the following extract from Book 1. If they fail, they are expected to bring the case before the Qazi to seek justice, but in the present case, the parents have agreed to get my blood shed from the trash of this world. Part C. Use any five of the following pair of words in your sentences. Exceed, ACCEDE, taslim karna. Turkey exceeded Pakistan's point of view on Kashmir. Exceed, EXCEED, say zyada. The cost exceeded our estimate. Bear, BARE, Nanga, he came in street barefooted. Bear, BEAR, reach. There are many bears in this jungle. Ceiling, CEILING, छत अंदरूनी हिस्सा. There was a fan hanging with the ceiling. Roof, ROOF, छत बैरूनी हिस्सा. In winter we sit on the roof for sunshine. Dose, DOSE, दवाई की खुराक. I have taken only one dose of medicine. Dose, DOZE, ऊँघना. He often dozes in mosque. Eligible, ELIGIBLE, Ahel, he was not eligible for this post. Illegible, ILLIGIBLE, साफ ना पढ़ी जाने वाली लिखाई. His handwriting is illegible. Rain, RAIN, बारिश पड़ना. It is raining since morning. Rain, REIN, लगाम. He pulled the reins of his horse. Corpse, CORPSE, लाश. There were many corpses in the battlefield. Corps, CORPS, फौज का दस्ता. Mr. Sultan retired from the education corps. Question number 8. Translate the following passage into Urdu. Short Stories, Book 1. After the meal had concluded, the chief of the police appeared on the scene. He inquired, "Is Mr. Hubert here?" Mr. Hubert, seated at another end of the table, replied, "Here I am." The police officer went up to him and said, "Mr. Hubert, will you please accompany me to the mayor's office? The mayor would like to talk to you." Mr. Hubert, surprised and disturbed, followed the police officer. The mayor, a stout, serious person, was waiting for Hubert. "Mr. Hubert," he said, "you were seen this morning to pick up the pocketbook lost by Mr. James." तर्जुमा. खाना ख़त्म होते ही पुलिस चीफ आ गया और उसने पूछा कि क्या आप में से कोई मिस्टर ह्यूबर्ट है. ह्यूबर्ट ने, जो मेज़ के दूसरे सिरे पर बैठा था, जवाब दिया, "जी मैं हूँ." ये पुलिस ऑफिसर उसके पास गया और उससे कहने लगा, "मिस्टर ह्यूबर्ट, मेहरबानी फरमाकर आप मेरे साथ मेयर के दफ्तर तक चलें. मेयर साहब आपसे मिलना चाहते हैं." ह्यूबर्ट हैरान परेशान इस पुलिस ऑफिसर के पीछे चला. मेयर एक तनो-मन जिस्म का मालिक संजीदा शख्स था. वो ह्यूबर्ट का इंतज़ार कर रहा था. ह्यूबर्ट से मुखातिब होते हुए उसने कहा, "मिस्टर जेम्स का गुमशुदा बटवा आज सुबह आपको उठाते हुए देखा गया है." Question number 8. Candidates whose medium of examination is English will write an essay on freedom movement in Kashmir. Freedom movement in Kashmir. A new life was put into the unresolved issue of Kashmir by people of the Valley of Kashmir in early 1990, when an armed revolt broke out there against the Indian forces. This time, no foreign factor or element was involved against India to support the people of Kashmir. However, the Muslims of Jammu and Kashmir got inspiration from Afghan Mujahideen's struggle against the aggressor superpower, the Soviet Union, which had pulled out its invasion forces from Afghanistan by mid-February 1989 after being humiliated by the oppressed but valiant Afghan Mujahideen. Like other oppressed people in the world, the people of occupied Kashmir rose up in arms against India's unjust annexation of state of Jammu and Kashmir, continuing since 26 October 1947. A fresh turn towards resolving the issue of Kashmir was observed in post-September 2001 terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center in New York and Defense Headquarters Pentagon in Washington. During the past several decades, India adopted all measures to gobble up freedom movement of Kashmir. In its attempt to digest occupied Kashmir, India had been trying to disturb the balance of population by settling alien Hindus in the valley of Kashmir. In spite of all this, freedom movement in Kashmir increased day by day. August 5, 2019 will always be remembered as a dark day in the history of Kashmir issue, as on this date, occupied Jammu and Kashmir was annexed with India and its separate position was abolished. The Kashmiri people remained under curfew for more than 3 years and has been facing worst atrocities by Indian forces till this year. Such brutal activities were to crush the freedom movement, but India could not succeed in suppressing the freedom movement so far. Kashmiri people are carrying on their struggle and movement bravely for resolution of Kashmir issue according to the proposals of United Nations. They are determined to carry on this movement till the independence of occupied Jammu and Kashmir or its attachment with Pakistan whether United Nations, European countries, and Muslim countries help them or not.